Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today is another sketchbook doodling session. So basically, as you can see, I already have a sketch done on this spread, but I'm going to do kind of like a continuation, and then I'll do 2 more extra sketches afterwards. But I think this is something I wanted to do last year, or at least I said I was gonna try my best to do. Probably like late last year, which is I wanted to draw more Pokemon to get more familiar with drawing more like animal-ish bodies without actually drawing animals straight away, because I think I do struggle with the fluidity of the body and stuff for animal figures. I also struggle with trying to break those kind of characters down, so I thought it'd be easier for me and a little bit more fun. I don't know, I'm not too gung-ho about drawing animals like really realistically or doing studies of them per se, like at least not quite yet, maybe a bit in the future. So drawing stuff like Pokemon or any of like more animated characters or like things that have been simplified or like stylized, I kind of prefer to draw at the moment. So I'm going to stick with Pokemon for now, and a lot of them do have kind of like animal like proportions or similarities, so it'll kind of help me ease into that, because I believe that was something I wanted to do like late last year, and that's when I did a few, I think, sketches, or it was in my Masaki video, I think the pencil crayon video, where I was explaining how I approach pencil crayons in like application wise, I guess, like applying pencil crayons in such a way, like how I like to use it. And I think I was drawing like Masaki with Pokemon or like Rookie or something, so I wanted to draw some Genshin characters with maybe a Pokemon or 2 that I thought would suit them. So as you can see, I started off with Amber. So the sketch on the left was actually, I was just like propped up in my bed and I just wanted to sketch. I haven't done that like in a super long time, and I think the last time I've done that frequently was mostly when I lived by myself during uni, but I kind of like brought that habit back when I moved back home, but I haven't done it like in a while since. And the reason being is that I have like a shelf behind my bed, and it has like these little holes or gaps, obviously because it's a shelf, but if I prop anything up against it, it kind of like sinks in, and I don't want to put my back directly on the back of the shelf, or it like kind of digs into like the skin on my back. So I like to usually prop up a pillow, but like I said, it kind of like squishes in. But I think on my birthday, I believe it was for my birthday because it was in the summer, my brother bought like a giant Zhongli pillar pillow for me. It's like 80 centimeters, I believe, so I can put that like behind myself with my pillow propped up, and it kind of gives me a good backrest so I can lean backwards and just sketch comfortably on my bed. But yeah, more about the drawing. So I'm drawing Amber. I'm kind of doing a continuation. I'm kind of drawing her as if she's kind of on the move, kind of like scouting, hiding, doing some maybe scouting, I guess. So she's kind of hiding with 2 little kind of like bush branches things. And the Pokemon that I chose for her was Scorbunny and Sentret. So Scorbunny I think is more of an obvious choice, and I was actually going to draw Scorbunny with Bennett. I've been drawing Bennett a lot. I think if you followed me on Twitter, you would have saw one of my Bennett sketches, but yeah, I did that on the iPad, but for these ones I wanted to do traditionally. It's just something nice about sitting down, doing the details, just playing with the values and stuff with pencil. I just really love, so I want to keep sketching as much as possible, and this is kind of fun. I do like drawing them kind of like, not in different situations, but like posing with them, I think is very fun. Scorbunny in the second one looks a little derped. Sentret does too. Also, I have like a Sentret plush, so I was using him as reference a little bit too. He's really cute. And I thought because Sentret kind of like looks like he's scouting and searching, that it would fit Amber, as well as like the little ears. And then Scorbunny I think just fits Amber in general, like kind of more like upbeat energy, kind of on the run, but also like the ears, also Pyro and Fire Pokemon, so that kind of works out. To keep my pages from getting too messy, I do like putting a piece of paper in between. If I'm working pretty much, I think 2 to 3 pages on top of that specific page, just in case if the graphite does press into it. After like I'm like 4 pages deep, oh, I guess my dad's home. If I'm 4 pages deep, I kind of remove the paper because I think there's enough of a gap so it won't like imprint onto the other sketch. So for the other 2 pages that I'm going to do, I decided to sketch out Chongyun, and then I'll get to the other character later so I don't have to spoil it. Unless I made it the thumbnail, I do not remember. But for Chongyun, I was looking up a bunch of different ice types because I thought that would fit the best, and I settled for Sneasel. Just because I think fighting style might work well with him. Kind of more peppy energy I get from Sneasel, a little bit mischievous, and it might be kind of cute alongside with Chongyun. I just thought something that could be a little bit more like agile and mobile would fit him. Because other ones I could have done are like Glalie, I guess. Snowrunt would have been really cute. I would have just loved to draw Snowrunt, but I don't know if that fits Chongyun as much. Bergmite would have worked color scheme wise, but for being, I don't know, Bergmite's kind of like squat, like he's like short, so I wasn't sure if that was gonna fit. So I wanted something a little bit more like could pounce up and, you know, kind of be a little bit more active, along with Chongyun, who looks like he would fight, you know, more combat wise. So I mean, guess all Genshin characters kind of fight combat wise, not too sure. But yeah, so I decided to go with a different method this time. You can see that I'm using like a blue pencil crayon this time. The other sketches I did not do this, but this is another way for me to get a bit of a cleaner sketch. If I'm not too familiar of what kind of posing I want to do, it allows me to do a little bit more planning without making the page too messy. I know a lot of you guys don't like using pencil entirely for your sketches, and one way to kind of minimize the amount of messiness is to use like pencil crayons. You can use any type of pencil crayon as long as it's somewhat light enough, or if you work light enough, because it doesn't smudge as easily as like pencil or like graphite. So this is a way, but also it's a way to add value. You can use it to help, you know, use it for tone, but also just to give it a little bit of color to your sketch. I tried to match a little bit of the color to the character if I can. Otherwise, sometimes I even pick 2. I think you guys seen me do this like in previous sketchbooks. I haven't done it like in a super long time, or at least it feels like it. So for oftentimes when I'm drawing Maseki, I'm picking like greens and oranges, or like peaches and like blue colors, peaches and teal colors, like anything of that sort, and I kind of use the warmer color for his face and his hair and his apron, and usually like the flowers. And then for the apron, or not the apron, for his clothing and then like his eyes, I tend to use the cooler tone, and I like to kind of like mix match those things. I've also done purple and gray, I've done purple and yellow, I've done, I think blue and orange is the one I use the most, if not like green and orange. But using one color also works really well like this. Like I said, it's just an easier way for me to plan things out roughly without being too worried about like making things too messy, or I don't know, being too committed in a sense. I decided to pull out a pink pencil crayon too, just to give him a little bit of warmth in his face. I believe for the other person I didn't do that, just because I picked a little bit more of a warmer color for the character. So yeah, but you guys can leave in the comments below if you think there's like specific Pokemon you think would fit certain Genshin characters. I'm kind of struggling thinking of characters that would fit like Yanfei, because I don't know, I would like to do one with all my mains. I think that would be really cute, or like my overworld team. But like currently my overworld team has been swapped out a lot. I kind of have Ito, Zhongli, Goro, and Kokomi out at the moment, just because they are my commission team, and Ito and Goro are my last 2 characters that I need to get to friendship 10 until Yunjin comes. But yeah, so I've been playing them a lot. Kokomi I've drawn a lot with Pokemon in the past, so yeah, I think she's like one of the ones I really enjoy to draw just in general, just because she has such a flowy essence to her. So like drawing more flowier poses with her hair and her outfit's really fun, but also like she can be with a lot of aquatic like Pokemon, water Pokemon, Even just like blue and pink Pokemon I think would be really cute. Fairy types or something would be really cute. But I'm using the pencil crayon to help determine some values, and I got a little bit lazy, so for his legs and that one hand I got super lazy. Also, I think it's because I accidentally extended his arm. So when I was trying to foreshorten his hand a little bit, I extended his arm too far, and then when I redrew it back in, it looks like his hand's broken because you can see the inside of his palm and it doesn't look like it connects with the base of his wrist. Yeah, and then the third person I'm drawing today, so I drew Amber and Chongyun. The third one I'm drawing is Mona, so I decided to pick a little bit of a simpler pose, just more of a, I don't know, I think this pose usually fits Mona. It's quite simple, but I decided to keep it simple because I wanted to include 2 different Pokemon for her. And I just chose Espeon and Umbreon because aesthetically kind of fits, but also I was trying to draw more animal-like Pokemon rather than sticking to ones that were a little bit more abstractly animal-ish looking, if that makes sense. Kind of like if I stuck with drawing like Sentret, he's very like egg-shaped. It doesn't really look like a raccoon or a squirrel or whatever he's supposed to be, but like Sneasel was kind of easing my way in. But then when I was drawing Espeon and Umbreon, I butchered Umbreon, even though I like the sketch of Umbreon better, and I fixed up Espeon, but I think the body of it looks really weird. But I kind of wanted to draw Mona because I haven't drawn her in a while, and I was gonna pick a lot of different Pokemon for her. Like some of them I could have picked would be like, I guess Lunatone or Solrock could fit, but I'm not too sure because like, would she have more like space-ish Pokemon if she's into like astrology, or I feel like some of the legendaries would also fit her quite well. Also like Cosmog would fit. What's that other Pokemon? Is it Minior? The one with like, he looks like a meteorite, I guess, or an asteroid or something, and like he's kind of like brown and like looks kind of like dead and hollow, but like once it cracks open he's like that really cute little star that's like colorful. The black one's really cute. I love how it like has like speckles of other colors. I think that's really cute. Oh god. Yeah, I don't really like how I drew Umbreon. Like I said, I think more Pokemon that look more like, or have more like animalistic characteristics, I definitely struggle with. I was glad I could get the value at least somewhat correct when I was doing these. Same with Sneasel. I did make him a little bit darker so he can match the values of Chongyun, because I did treat the values on Chongyun somewhat accurately, like making his sleeves a little bit darker, or quite a bit darker because they're supposed to be black, and his overall color scheme is like white and light blue. But I had an easier time for some reason drawing Espeon. I don't know why. I think it's also eye placement and the face placement. I was able to correct the face a bit, but the body looks hecking weird, or like very weird. But yeah, I think using the pencil crayon to do the sketch like initially definitely helps me loosen up like quite a bit. So I definitely recommend if you want to use graphite in your sketchbook, but maybe you don't really like how messy it is, like during the process, I guess, then you definitely try maybe using a pencil crayon to help alleviate a little bit of the mess by doing your rough sketch with it. I just prefer it. At this point, I didn't really care about smudging because I usually get another piece of paper to cover it. I don't remember if I end up doing that, but you can see, oh, I actually did. Yeah, I usually do. I don't know why I didn't initially, because I was definitely picking up some of the graphite with my hand when I was doing the moon and the ribbon part of her hat. But yeah, I have like a bunch of pieces of scrap paper laying around, and whenever I have some weird sized ones, as long as they can fit in my sketchbook, sometimes I'll just trim them down so that I can use them to help make sure my sketchbook stays a little bit more clean. I know some people aren't too bothered by the graphite, but from the amount of pressure that I use when I'm doing pencil drawings, pencil crayon drawings, even inking, I actually use quite a bit of pressure, so it definitely does bother me. I think you'll see a bit later, hopefully, when I removed the paper from behind Chongyun's page, and basically I have 2 pictures of Amber back there, but you'll see, I think, quite a bit of a dark imprint of, I think it's Chongyun, because I'd be imprinting Amber's graphite, but I'm pressing really hard on Chongyun's page, so I'm pretty sure you'll see kind of like an outline. But yeah, this one was fun. I actually had a lot of fun doing these sketches. I might do a few more, but I would like to do some digitally, but that's when I gain a little bit more confidence drawing some Pokemon. So if I do end up doing some digitally, it'd probably be of Pokemon that I'm familiar with. I know I kind of got lucky when I was drawing Kokomi for the digital one, because a lot of them did not have like, is it what it's called? Quadrupedal, like, you know, like 4-legged creatures. I think I struggle with more often. But hopefully you enjoyed today's sketching session or sketchbook doodles page, and I'll probably talk to you guys next time. Wednesday or Monday, who knows when this video is going up, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!